Hi, I'm Mark Lennon. I'm an associate professor of management at California. I'm the director of the Innovation Center, and I'm applying for the PennWestHonors program. My major reason, I think we have a great school and we have some brilliant students and superb professors. I'd like to see more of them in the honors program. Why me? I'm an innovative, well-cited researcher. I'm more cited than 93% of other business and econ professors on ResearchGate. I do blockchain technology. I also win awards. I'm a Fulbright specialist. I'm going to India to deliver a course on fintech this summer. I also bring in donations. I brought in over $6,500 to my center alone. I could do the same and more so for the honors program. I have an atypical background. Yes, I'm a Williams College man. I'm a liberal arts guy. I speak Asian languages. I got a scholarship to Japan. Also MIT. That led me to being a tech guy at a Japanese semiconductor plant. I came back, got my MBA. 9/11 happened. I pivoted and became a college professor. Never looked back. So what's my vision for the Honors College? I'm first generation college. I want our program to be more inclusive, a greater range of majors, not just English and history and education. I want it to be more holistic, to increase the variety and utility of courses. I want it to be more appealing, to increase the ROI, return on investment, for all stakeholders, not just students who are in the program, but also faculty who are offering honors courses. I want to internationalize, even if only by Zoom. And finally, I want to integrate best practices and use business tools to do so. Let's take a look. I consider the PennWest Honors Program to be a startup. With startups, we use this thing called the lean canvas. There are ways of analyzing a startup, looking at your problem, your solution, your unique value proposition. Let's take a peek at some of those ideas. What do I think is our unique value proposition? We're an Ivy League education at state school prices. What is our high-level concept, our X to Y analogy? I think PennWest Honors Program could be the little 3 of Western PA. So what do I see as our major problems? Well, recruitment and retention. How are we getting students? How are we keeping them? ROI, return on investment. We must demonstrate to honor students that it's worthwhile being in the program. And likewise, we have to demonstrate to faculty that it's worth offering courses in the program. And I would also say RBV, resource-based view. This is a management theory that says don't just look at money as a way of improving your operations. Instead, look at all resources. Because the Chinese have a great saying, Yung Qian Nong Jie Jue De Wenti, Do Bu Shi Wenti, which means problems that can be solved by money are not problems. So let me give you some examples. Kaizen. This is a Japanese phrase. It means continuous improvement. We used to use this all the time at my factory overseas. We look at creative continuous improvement of resources to support the 4 pillars of an honors program. And what are they? Community, service, research, leadership. And that's according to the National Collegiate Honors Council, of which, yes, Edinburgh, California, and Clarion are members of. Students need opportunity to succeed in all 4 areas. But solutions must be data-driven. We can't just guess. So how do we do all this? We leverage existing resources. We can offer honors sections of courses in a greater variety of subjects taught by expert faculty from all 3 campuses, available to honors college students at all 3 plus campuses. And I put the plus intentionally. Have we considered offering honors programs to the Future Virtual Campus online program. So some of these future honors courses could be in the STEM fields, they could be in the business disciplines, etc. They don't necessarily need to be limited solely to traditional liberal arts topics. Further leveraging. We can deliver honors courses via traditional on-ground, via Zoom, web-based, synchronous, or asynchronous methodologies. We can employ the best practices that we learned during the pandemic. We could teach multidisciplinary honors courses. For example, my old department chair, he'd love to teach socioeconomic impacts of climate change. This would be a fantastic course. You could hook up a meteorologist with an economist or a sociologist, etc. And here's the best part. The Department of Defense has identified climate change as a major defense problem for the United States. And yes, there is DoD funding for this sort of stuff. Our students are smart. We'll let them come up with solutions. Other programs can help support honors students' activities. I first became involved with the honors program at CalU when I had a student who was writing a financial literacy thesis. He also entered the business plan competition. He won $5,000. He was offered internships, other grants, assistance by the Career Center, all because of the work that originated in the honors program. However, he had to drop the honors program because of scheduling problems. Number one suggestion, improve schedule flexibility. We need to offer required honors courses year-round at the different campuses to better accommodate student schedules. I polled half a dozen business students and they've all dropped the honors program because they needed to take courses for their majors and it conflicted with when courses were offered for the honors program. No student should ever be put in that position. So, channels, our path to customers, I hate that phrase for students. They're clients, they're not customers. We must challenge all of our assumptions. We've got to do surveys to find out what they actually want. I'm a qualitative researcher. I use emergent theory to drive my research inquiries and conclusions. I noticed in Edinburgh when I spoke to them that that students there get a $1,000 signing bonus. Well, I don't know if we're going to have the money for that, but if we don't, maybe we have some other incentive. What about free tuition credits instead? I know students live in Smith Hall here at CalU, and they have their own kitchens. I know guys through Rotary who own pizza parlors. How about free pizza every Friday? It is the small stuff that gets people excited. We must increase honors program awareness. How do we do this? I took a look at some of our competitors. I noticed that at Georgia State, they've got a really cool Shark Tank for Scholars, they call it. Everybody watching this has probably got a doctorate. You had to defend your dissertation proposal at some point. Have our students do the same thing. This is what they do at Georgia State. For 3 minutes, the undergraduates give a pitch. And it's fun. It builds students' camaraderie, builds their speaking confidence. It's great publicity, builds the brand, brings resources. Another thing I found, there's plenty of research on best practices. This article is an example. Digital Commons at University of Nebraska-Lincoln. I'm a member of the University Undergraduate Research Advisory Council, or had been in the past at CalU for like 4 years. I've been suggesting for years we should have a digital commons to place faculty and student research to put up there. I'm pleased to note that in this article, they actually mention this lean canvas thing that I'm showing here in this presentation. Another thing I found was here at Penn State, their honors program, they do alumni outreach. This is for their Honors College Alumni Networking Night for the STEM. They build their brand, they expand their network, and they gain resources. So why hire a business guy? Well, without double entry accounting, there is no Renaissance. And if I get this job, the very first thing I'm going to do is an audit. But I'm not talking financial. I'm talking managerial accounting. Managerial accounting is the method by which you track how things are done in production. Classic example they give in an MBA is analyze this production of this facility. Look at this, look at Henry Ford's automobiles and tell me whether the Model T came off the factory well or not. Where do you start? Simple. Begin at the end. What you want to identify through data. Throughput rates. How long does it take people to go through the programs? When? How? Why? Inventory turnover. Faculty and students and staff. Why? How? Are they completing, not completing programs? Big thing, you want to identify bottlenecks. What's preventing them from continuing on the programs? And finally, you want to look at barriers to entry, barriers to exit. What's preventing people from signing up for this thing, and what's preventing people from finishing it. These are just a few ideas that I have for this program. I have a whole bunch more. I would be delighted to be offered this opportunity because I have a history of success with this university. I turned around a Morbidon Innovation Center. We have placed in the finals in our statewide competition for 3 years running. I'm a superb researcher. I'm one of those rare cats who've read Beowulf and can read a business plan. And that's the cat. All right, thank you for your consideration.